Props, that nigga don't do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah.
But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shador.
Right, it's about to get worse.
Dion already doing that. We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's
It's like, when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like,
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the $30,000?
Now?
In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
Use up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like that. This is why I'm broke and you got money. This whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undisputed.
Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show. Yeah, we doing this for real.
He's first.
Somebody go rebound.
Shoot. This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what? Big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
Blah, blah, blah. All right, y'all remember this intro? Rap Tourette's time. Okay. Yo, the game's over. Y'all know I don't know lyrics. It's over. He said, and I flex and Rex and Mike checks, so tell me what's next. And then, no lie, somebody comes out the back and says, Shazam! Let me tell you who I am, the ERCKSERMON. Ah, Jesus! I was at this concert somewhere in Hollywood, bootleg spot, and they were there rocking it. God dang. Love y'all. That's the only way I wake up. So if y'all don't like the Rap Tourette's part, y'all gonna have to skip the first minute of every video because I gotta get it in. I was in the backyard yesterday playing with my itty bitties, and they were doing some like little softball stuff, hitting off the tee. They was hitting the bat on the ground, like coming up next, batting cleanup, and we were all doing all that. And in the background, that song came on. I said, Lord, these kids don't know how blessed they are. Forget this. Forget the backyard. Forget the scenery. They listen to EPMD. I love y'all, man. Respect to everybody out there. Feels good to be us, doesn't it? Everybody in the building. I see some members already in the building. Patrick Edwards got up this morning. Good. Either you got up or you didn't go to bed. Either way, you're here. The Hawk TV is in the building. Shout out to the members. XX Mike is in the building. I see you. I see you. Oh, we got a show today. We're going to talk about it today. In WNBA, they had their draft. And number one pick was Azzi Fudd, who's a former teammate or at least went to the same school as Paige Bueckers. And Paige and Azzi reportedly in a relationship. So now we got teammates and lovers. And let me just tell you, I have never heard of that in pro sports. Beat it up in the comments if it's happened before. But now we're going to talk about it. It's a new day. It's a new era. A lot of implications, a lot of good, and a lot of issues can come from this. And we're going to talk through this because we all got itty bitties out there. All right, Vrabel. People calling him a coward for skipping the press conference. Woo, we got to talk about that. Coach Prime, they saying it's over in Colorado. They got pictures to prove it. I'm like, damn. I don't know if it's over, but it may be over, not over. We'll see. KD, people calling him a disappointment in Houston because I thought he was the missing piece. They ain't even started the playoffs yet, and they already saying it's a wrap. And how is a 41-year-old LeBron James healthy and two 27-year-olds injured? Stephen A. Smith chimes in on that because he's pissed off and y'all don't want to make an enemy of him. So we're going to talk about all that and y'all know on this show and more, way more. Let's get it in right now. So, woosah. I ain't even have my Celsius today. This is just me off GP. This is just me. It's me. What movie is this, y'all? It's me, Pac-Man. It's me. Y'all remember that? Nobody remembers that? Oh, God, y'all ain't helping me none. Beat up in the comments if somebody knows what movie that is. It's me, Pac-Man. Oh, that girl was going through it. And they were like, nah. Got to go to jail. All right, let's go. Let's start here. LeBron James and Kevin Durant have something that is special happening right now. And I would like to give it some credit, so I shall give it some credit. Oh, that's not the page. This is the page. Bueckers. LeBron James and Kevin Durant will meet in the playoffs for the first time since 2018 NBA Finals. They have played 14 playoff games against each other. LeBron averages 31.9. Damn, that looks small. Is it just me? Oh, there we go. He's averaged 31.9. Durant, 31.7. Damn. Put a gun in your head before they ask that question. Who scored more when LeBron plays Kevin Durant? Come on. I would have said Durant. Right? Damn, LeBron, a dude. They are the only duo in NBA history to meet in 10 or more playoff games and each average 30 points a game. Y'all hear that? They, them, the GOAT, and my favorite player are the only duo in NBA history to meet in 10 or more playoff games and each average over 30. Blah, blah, blah. The qualifier there obviously is you got to play in 10 games and be the dudes, and most dudes, they kind of miss each other somehow, some way. Remember how LeBron was supposed to play against Kobe all them times, and it just doesn't always work out that way. So that's a beautiful statistic right there. But not everybody is happy with statistics like that. Some people like to rain on your parade. Some people don't like Christmas, right? So let's hear them talk about Kevin Durant in these terms.
Love him, but it does. You know, sometimes I think we think all great players are leaders, and they're not. Like some great players don't want to be leaders. A lot of them. They're not the quarterback you need to be. Where are you on the leg? Because let's just say they win the first round and they get extinguished, which I think they would against the Denver or San Antonio and Oklahoma City. I think they'd lose to Minnesota. What are we going to make of Kevin Durant? All
right, what are we going to make of Kevin Durant? For real. Don't do this. We all know that they have some issues in terms of schematically. They have some issues. I don't know what M.A. Doka over there doing. He getting phone numbers and hollering upstairs in the building. Or them plays be simplistic. I'm a damn AAU, like former AAU coach and rec league coach. And I'll be looking at them plays like that ain't it. I mean, I don't know what they dealing with. So you can't put it all on Durant, even though he's the dude. So they always going to do that.
Houston.
Well, this is a mess. It's been a mess. And I know they've gotten up to the 5th seed. They've won, 50-plus games. But it has been terrible. You said it. They were the 2nd seed last year. They brought Kevin Durant in to be the missing piece, right?
Right.
Like the final piece to the puzzle that can get us a championship. And now they're a worse team. So this has been horrific. And it's been so bad, Colin, that the expectations have been lowered to the point where if they win this first round and then get beat by OKC in the second round, which of course would happen, everybody would kind of be like, hey, you know, at least they won a round. Like, that's how low expectations are falling.
Okay, you're right. Ugh, yuck. Brother Jay says, yuck. At the same time, there are moments in sports where you just got to understand what it is. Houston Rockets in the 90s, sick. Portland Trailblazers in the 90s, sick. Utah Jazz in the 90s, sick. And, you know, they make a move here, move there, but they had their anchors. And then they were like, Jesus, Michael Jordan and them. I mean, that's 6 of them right there. Then you got the Pistons in the beginning of the 90s. Come on, man. Like, somebody could eat up a whole decade on your ass. Like, right in your face. That sounds like a pause somewhere. They just take up all the space. They take up all the rings, all the OKC right now, the Spurs. I mean, it looks like we are seeing the birth of one of those dynasties where it could be Celtics, Lakers of the 80s, where we're going to see now OKC and Spurs, because Wemby ain't going nowhere. SGA ain't going nowhere. They sharing MVPs potentially. SGA got 1, may get 2. Wemby tried to come in with that late surge. Luka hamstring, gave up. It's real in the field, right? So, I'm very competitive, but I do it with a smile. But I'm not going to lose my life if I don't win a ring. I'm not going to lose my life if we don't win that year. I'm also not going to lose my life if it makes sense. Like, if I rob myself and I don't play hard, I didn't prepare hard, yeah, I got real problems. That's when I go psychotic. I also go psychotic when I can't figure out, wow, there's a way to do this. But then I also realize in a team sport, guess what? That other team got us. I'm going to shake your hand after the game. They got us. Dog, Houston against OKC, San Antonio, they got to go back to the locker room and say, look, bro, they got us.
And as you said, Kevin Durant is an all-time great scorer, an all-time great shooter, but he's not a leader. And when you look at some of the top, you know, people want to push him into the top 10 all time. I say no. He can be in the top 20.
Yeah.
And it's toward the 20, not 10. But he's not a top 10 player. Most of those top 10 guys had the intangibles, whether it was leadership, a killer instinct, something that set them apart and got their team wins.
You don't think it's intangible, his work ethic? Like Kevin Durant eats, sleeps the gym. I think that's an intangible. I understand what you're saying. Look, nothing is perfect. Like right now in today's NBA, as you guys are writing in the comments, there are 7 new teams that have won the championship in a row. Maybe 8, right? Because if the Spurs win, it's 8. But what I'm saying is someone's in your way that's better that's going to block that ring, right? So if you were Utah, you were like, God, Lord, what are we going to do? Utah, Portland back in the 90s, or Houston, they would just fight each other, knock each other off, and still get there, and then it was a dynasty there. What's happening now is at the top, it ain't no dynasty, but everybody in your way is kind of better than you. Just got to realize it. Like, who has ever played sports? Have y'all lied to yourselves? I've never lied to myself. Every time I go into the game, I either said we are better than them or they're better than us. Every time I played against an offensive tackle, I was like, oh, he better than me or I'm better than him. Really? Like, I could be wrong in my assessment, but I never walked out there like, I wonder how good they are. I mean, they look big. Whoa, look at him. Nice wristbands. Like, man, I'm out there judging people. I'm like in the Old Testament in the Bible. Like, I'm like, he fake. You can tell he got on too much Under Armour or too much Nike or too much Big 5. Fool look like he Dick's Sporting Goods walking. No. He a mannequin. He ain't good. Look at him. Ooh, a little dusty, looking, a little bow-legged. Okay. I mean, you're wrong sometimes, but it's a safe way to bet, right? So I just think right now, a safe way to bet is Houston, y'all ain't better than these teams.
And Durant, look, I'm glad he got those 2 championships in Golden State, but when he has had to be the leader, whether it was Oklahoma City early in his career, obviously Brooklyn, Phoenix, now Houston, it's been horrific. And remember, the burner accounts here in Houston. Those young players who probably grew up looking up to Kevin Durant had to read that he really didn't think they were that good. So I'm sure that didn't help the locker room either.
It didn't help it. You're right, blah, blah, blah. But I sure hope it didn't hurt it too much. God dang. But look, cats be sensitive about what they read. I know that for a fact. Remember I called out Drew Brees, and I don't have regret, but at the same time, I should have done it a different way. Maybe, I don't know. But the point is, he ain't like that. So cats do care about what you do, and I'm not even Kevin Durant. And he wasn't Drew Brees yet. So I know, I know that could hurt. But, man, dog, everybody I know that made it to the league, somebody in their family, usually their mama or daddy, if not both of them, said that they wasn't going to make it. That's why it feels so weird on draft day when you got to hook up everybody with all this money and you like, fool, you didn't even think I was going to make it. You didn't buy me those damn Nike Air Max when I needed to do that training session. You didn't even take me to practice that time when I had to go down there and I had to run all the way to Crenshaw, run all the way to Dorset and then run back home. Now your ass need $5,000. Is it the one? I need the $5,000. Thought it was cane, that was gold medal flour. I'm mad at people like that. I'm like, you had my draft party eating up all my cocktail shrimp, and yo ass, I remember we were walking down Slauson and you said, nah, dog, I don't know about that. Okay? So all them dudes in the locker room now in their feelings, auntie behavior, because Kevin Durant on a burner said, you ain't that good. Kevin. You know what the problem is? The problem ain't what Kevin says. I'm going to tell you for real in life. The problem is not what people say about you. The problem is you can't confront them, punk. People always, they do this at every place I've been, every social circle I'm in. People do this. Hey, you heard what homeboy said about you? And most people say, no, what'd he say? And then they hear it and they go, what? Travis? About me? No way. But you know what doesn't happen most times? They never confront Travis. You know what they do? They tell the person that told them what Travis said. That person runs around and tells somebody else, and it's just a big mess. Everybody knows what's going on. Everyone knows Travis doesn't like her. Everyone knows that she doesn't like that. Travis doesn't like her. But she ain't never said nothing to Travis. And guess what? Travis ain't saying nothing to her. So they just walk around and, hey, getting coffee around each other every day in a damn office. When you gonna go? Man, it's so easy. This is why I do. There's two steps. One, my step is, hey, you heard what Trevor said about you? Nope, don't care. All right, she says, pass the mother brew. Get your Salaikum Salam butt off the cooler and pass me a brew. Okay? That's why I say, I don't care. You think I need extra negative energy in my life? You can walk around all day without even looking for it, trying to get it, and it's going to attract because it exists. I don't need 1 ounce of extra energy. Now, if you got something to say about somebody that ain't me, oh yeah, I'm listening. You heard what they said about Kevin? No, what they say about Kevin? Oh, for real? Damn, Kevin, I can't lie, sound like Kevin. You know what I mean? But if it's about me, nope, don't want to hear it. Because I already know me. If you know you don't want to hear nothing else about you. I know what I'm good at. I know what I suck at too. Guess Lord. Golly, people you just add to your problems. I count those with me, not against me. I never count those against me. You don't count. That's why I'm not mad at people. This is why people are mad at people. They're mad at people. Teammates in Houston are mad at Kevin Durant because they counting Kevin Durant as somebody who rocks with them and loves them and knows them. Fool, this is the NBA. You will be traded yesterday. I don't know you no more. I still got your number. You ain't never texted me before. Don't text me now. Like, dog, we are not friends. We're associates. We're teammates. We're forced to be around each other, so we actually act cool. How many times you go to school? I tell this to my kids right now, and they think I'm mean, and I'm like, no. I said, no. You got to understand, all these friends that you talking about right now that you love and then mad at because they didn't play with you and then the toys and all that, I'm just going to tell you, you're going to go to another school. Matter of fact, you're going to go to another class, and then you're not even going to really talk to that friend anymore, or you won't talk to them at all, and you still like them. You still love them. You just don't see them anymore. And they were like, what? They all switched classes. They all moving up. They getting older. I said, what happened to him? Oh, we don't see each other that much, Daddy. So I said, just don't lose yourself in the moments, okay? Okay? I know it hurts. I know you're gonna respond, but just don't lose yourself, okay? You won't see them probably. Look at your first grade picture. How many of them people you still know? Stop playing with me, y'all. Let's have some life lessons through all these sports, right? All right, so love right there. Now, since we're talking about Kevin Durant, and now we've got to talk about LeBron James. Why we got to talk about LeBron James? Because The stat is Kevin Durant, LeBron James, 10 games, 30 points or more. No one has ever done it. So since no one has ever done it, y'all talk about it. Talk about, damn, I can't get that tooth. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. You know how they were, somebody just told me that Cameron got that money and then he fixed his teeth. Ooh, there's me and Strahan used to always talk about this. There's nothing more gangster in the world when you know you got something that you can fix. You know you got something that everybody's like, yo, what's up, dog? You gonna handle that? And you don't. Hey, I just want to salute you, Danny Parsons. You a gangster. You are letting that tooth rock. What I love about network TV, I mean, you can do it now because of AI and research, and I know all the websites now, but before I worked at theirs, matter of fact, we ain't going to do too much more because we got too many spicy topics. When I used to work at network, you know, you get all the websites, you get all the access and the passwords and stuff. That's why sometimes like yesterday, we did a deeper dive on the comparison between Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts. We do that. It's funny. You could be like, I need something that make LeBron look amazing. Okay, and then some dude with a big belly and 4 pairs of glasses is like, okay, I got you. This is how it used to be. Now it's AI. Everybody could do it. Instagram thought she could be in a drive-thru at McDonald's, and she like, I got that. 20.6 rebounds or 7 assists or more, and it's only 4 that qualify, and none of them over the age of 30. Ain't that gang related? Come on, LeBron. Get your love, brother. You gonna get it here. Everybody gonna get their flowers on this show. Everybody, including y'all. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and become a member. Become a member. Let's see who our top fans are right now so we get it started. Universal Trappers in the building. Yay. Mars Madness. I got some loyals. Loyalty. I love it. Money Boy. Money Boy Trey trying to get in here. I ain't seen that name before. Darian the Jedi Knight once again. And Mr. Thomas. Oh, Mr. Thomas. Love for you guys, man. Beat up in the comments. I talk. You know me. I'm going to talk sports, but Wiley went on a tangent. Wiley done told a story. That's what we do on this show, okay? We ain't going to... We're not going to be nice and neat in the box of sports. Why? Go over there and watch that Why over here, we doing it like this. Real spit. And Danny Parsons not only is the tooth gangster, how he talks like, shut up. Every word is like, woof. Fan of it. Real spit. Let's get some of this. Cooper Flagg and Michael Jordan have one thing in common, and they're the only ones that are rookies that led their team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. Wow. Only rookies. Not Larry Bird. I thought Larry Bird would jump up in there. Not Magic Johnson. And the points kind of maybe. But I was like, because he had Kareem. But point being, Jesus. Cooper Flagg, a dude. Cooper Flagg, dog. I'm going to show y'all, it's probably tomorrow, a video of Cooper Flagg dunks his rookie year. Where you from, Cooper? Compton. Yo, it's gang. He jumped one time and his chest hit the rim, and then he swung around like this. I was like, golly. My boy Fatback told me about him about 5 years ago. I said, where you going, Fat? He said, I got to go to Maine or somewhere, New Hampshire. I said, why are you going out there? I was like, because I knew he does basketball. I know he does basketball, EYBL and all that. So I was like, Maine? Who up in Maine? He said, yo. They call him what they say? They call him White Jordan or Black Larry Bird. Something like that. Something like that. Larry Bird, Jordan, I don't know. They call him something like that. And I was like, why you gotta be racial? He's like, he that good. I was like, oh, okay. That's it. I think that's what they were saying, White Jordan, something like that. Well, he not White Jordan. He's something else. I don't know what the hell he is. He like if Jordan and LeBron had a baby with a white woman. Jesus, this sucker here is, I'm not lying. I saw LeBron rookie year. I think Cooper Flagg better. I don't know. Because he can shoot. Because he can do everything. He do everything. Can Cooper Flagg do everything, or am I missing it? I mean, I don't watch every Dallas Mav game, especially Kyrie got hurt. I was like, I'm good. He wasn't there all year. But what can he do? Jesus. Sucker there is insane. He ain't Dirk. Who wrote that? Money Boy Trey. Man, boy, I ain't gonna. Dirk couldn't get up the court before Cooper Flagg already dunked and went back and got a steal and got another dunk. What are you talking about? Dirk was insane, but Dirk couldn't move. Don't do that. All right, beat up in the comments because now it's time to go to college. Since Cooper Flagg just left college, let's talk about what's happening in college. And this is not it. I want to show y'all, they say that it's over in Colorado. The spring game is pictures from the spring game under Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. And let's just say these pictures aren't flattering, or the numbers. Let's go. So y'all remember when he got there, and I guess 2023? Spring game attendance. This is an enthusiasm check, okay? This is nothing but an enthusiasm check for the program. All right, 2023, it was 47,000 people there. Okay. Then, novelty wears off. Okay, y'all didn't win it all, but look, good start. But 28,000 show up the next year. So just letting you know, just like I told my itty bitties, everybody around you ain't your homie. Everybody around you ain't your friend, and it's okay to tell somebody, nah, dog, we ain't cool like that, but we cool. But you ain't even got to tell them. Just know that next year when they get a promotion, or next year when you get a promotion, y'all not going to be cool like that. It's okay. You turn the pages over in the book, okay? Those are different words. Some words the same. Most of them different. It's just like in life. You go somewhere else, you go to a new class, you go to a new school, etc. First page looks amazing. Like LeBron when he reads. LeBron reads the first page of every book. That's LeBron at the top, 47,000. After that, LeBron starts getting a little thin. It starts getting a little skimpy. Remember your teachers used to grab the book? Did you read this book, Marcellus? Yeah, I read it. It was a good book. Of Mice and Men, right? Yeah, Lenny? Mm-hmm. I forget the other character's name, but, I read it all. She's like, oh, give me your book then. Let me see. And she go like this, like cards. And if them things ain't sticking, if them things look neat, she like, Marcellus, you didn't read this, did you? No, I'm sorry. They had a long special of Transformers last night. Sorry. Or now they got them tablets. They ain't even got to ask you. They just find out you didn't read it. Johnny Manziel, you didn't study. Johnny Manziel, right? They know it right now. So 47,000 jumps down to 28,000. God dang. Then it jumps down to 20,000. Okay, we got some issues. And now it's at 17.5. And the reason that makes sense to me, and that really hits home for me, 17,500. Let's see if we can click on these. Oh, yeah. 17,000. This is Colorado when Deion show up. Big old prime glasses on. Shador in the building. Travis Hunter in the building. And this is Columbia football. This is what it feels like playing at Columbia. 17,500. Yep. It looked like this. It actually looks like this. On a big game, it's like that. On a smaller game, it's like kind of like that. Like that's kind of crowded. That's not that crowded because that's the road team, and that's it. But 17.5 is like our capacity. And the craziest thing is we never hit capacity. I didn't sell out any games ever. Most I saw at one game was like 13,800. Isn't that crazy? Less than the spring game in Colorado. But we got different expectations, different standards. That sucks. That's bad. Why is that bad? I'll tell you why it's bad. Because now Deion Sanders is running on fumes. Now the Colorado program's running on fumes. Now, I know some internal conversations that have occurred with some of the former staff, some of the current staff. I know guys, because he got a lot of guys that, played in the league, et cetera, used to, all that stuff. If you're on this, if you're on Colorado right now, their staff, you're nervous. Because so much of recruiting is reputation. And this has nothing to do with what's really happening. What's really happening is one problem, because it ain't all good. The bigger problem is the assumption of what the problem is. The assumption of what the issues are. Because that's what a mama and a daddy ain't got time, because all these schools keep calling me, asking for my boy Terrence. Terrence, pick up the phone. Why, mama? It's Colorado. Deion on the phone, okay? I just got off the phone, mama. I just got off the phone with Lane Kiffin, mama. Dang, give me a break. Deion in the background like, what this boy talking? Hey, Coach Prime, what's up, man? How you doing? Everything groovy? Like, you know what I mean? This kid is only catching social media, the win-loss record, couple of press clippings and press conferences from Deion, and knowing who went where. You ain't got time. The devil's in the detail, and I ain't got time to hang with the devil. So that's the problem. You know what I mean? Cats it just ain't it. Like Marshall Faulk used to be there, he gone. Warren Sapp used to be there, he gone. Look, greener pastures, whatever you want to say. Yeah. At the same time, it's just not adding up. And now the reputation has been sullied. And then, I just saw a clip where they showed everybody on the team looking all small and stuff, and they had to put out the height and weight. This year's going to be very interesting. They already, under Deion Sanders, have a losing record. This year, if they don't win, and look, everybody's NIL's going up to catch up to Colorado wherever they were. And Colorado didn't even already have the biggest. They didn't have the biggest. They had the biggest reputation. They had the biggest expectation. They had the biggest marketing engine because they had Deion. They had Shador. They had Travis Hunter. They had that story from rags to riches. They had Jackson State to Colorado takeover. You had all of that going. And while you have all of that going, you better be going somewhere with it. It almost seems like, to me, it's a lottery winner. You know a lottery winner? When they get that money and everybody's like, oh, you got that money. Don't spend it all. And more importantly, learn about money right now. Like put some away or learn. They're like, no, I got it. Or they think they got so much they can't lose it. And then what happens? Most lottery winners go right back to needing the lottery to win again. Because when you get it, you better act like you know. When Deion had all that love and all that stuff, it was the time to get this thing proper infrastructure. And from what I'm seeing, that ain't proper infrastructure. I hope it is, because I root for Deion. I told you, he on my Mount Rushmore, so I don't give a damn what y'all say. You're biased and all that. Yeah, damn it, I'm rooting for him. Don't mean I'm going to lie about him. I ain't going to lie to him. I ain't going to lie for him. I'm just going to be rooting. I'm like, come on, Deion. Come on, Deion. Go get that. Especially as Deion does it, it helps me. Marcellus, you coach it too. Yeah, just like Deion. All love. All right, beat up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Is Colorado going up, down? Is Colorado going to be good this year? Sorry. Beat it up. I don't know. I really don't know about the football. That's what's the craziest part. I can't name one Colorado player. Probably because they all transferred. Let me stop. Can I get a laugh for that? Is this a laugh? Oh, dang it. That was a pretty good joke. Beat up in the comments. We're going to talk about Mike Vrabel being a coward. That's coming up next. Also, we got to talk about LeBron being 41 years old and people saying, what? He healthy and the 27-year-olds on his team ain't healthy and the WNBA got a problem. Maybe a big problem. I don't know. Paige, Bueckers, and Azzi, Fudd are teammates and lovers. Now, according to y'all in the comments, everybody's like, that's nothing new in the WNBA. And you know what? Now I think about it, it shouldn't be anything new, and that's part of the conversation. I don't know any other high-profile teammates and lovers, but I can assume, and that's part of the problem or conversation we're going to have, is what is the WNBA doing in terms of marketing when so much of it is socially or sexually being marketed? We'll talk through it. You know we're going to go deep on that topic. You know I ain't going to slight y'all. But right now I want to go deep on this, I shouldn't say that, Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel topic. I'm not going deep on that. No. I am a father. Let's talk through this.
But how about the big coward, Mike Vrabel? Because Mike Vrabel knows the first time he comes in front of a microphone, they're not going to be asking him about football.
Yep.
They're going to be asking him about Diana Rossini. And he said it's completely laughable, right? Mm-hmm. That anybody would think there was something untoward going on. Well, if that's the case and you did nothing wrong, then why aren't you appearing today, 2 o'clock today at today's pre-draft press conference?
Sometimes people ask a question, and that answer is so easy, it's hard. Lord. This is why lies are complex and the truth is simple. My grandma told me that. My grandma was wise. I thought she was just gangster, but now I look back, she was super wise. I gave her flowers before she departed and went to the sky. But man, baby, she knew every time I was lying. Now I look at my itty bitties when they come up to me, I know every time they lying. Sometimes it's their face, sometimes it's their mannerisms, sometimes it's their inflection, sometimes it's their word count, sometimes it's just the logic, and sometimes it's what they do after it. I'm watching like, they felt like they got away with something. Maybe they were lying. Whatever it is, your radar goes off when something ain't right. That's why in relationships, a lot of times the person who is sitting there and everyone calls them jealous or insecure is actually misconstrued at times, because what they're really dealing with is their nervous system is going on full alert because they know something ain't right. I know she didn't come straight home from work. I know she didn't. I know he didn't go straight home. But I'm jealous and insecure because I'm like, something ain't adding up. Your 2 + 2 is 5. Okay, let me figure this out. Let me find this out. Hire a PI. Let me figure this out. Find this out. What? You left your phone open? Let me figure this out. Find this out. Oh, I already know your password. And this is the problem, because if you like, look, I'm asking you, but stuff ain't adding up, and they're like, oh, why you always tripping? Why you always acting like that? They get dismissive, defensive. Okay, guess what you do then? I'm looking for receipts to prove you right, not me right. You trying to prove that they are telling the truth. And then you find out, of course, if you look, what they say, if you look, you're going to find they ain't telling the truth. And then they try to flip it on you. Why you all in my stuff? Is that more important than you over there doing Debbie like that? Like, what? So this is what this feels like. If you just keep watching, keep listening, keep looking, you're like, look, Vrabel, if nobody else in the media, me, I want you to be telling the truth and be right. Help me. I'm looking for receipts. Help me. This ain't a good receipt. You avoiding a press conference? Mike Vrabel, Ohio State, defensive end linebacker, 3rd rounder, Super Bowl champion, former player, coach, boss? Nah.
Yeah. Right? Because you said, not us, it's laughable that anybody would think there was something wrong about those pictures. So, if you want to be a tough guy, then be a tough guy.
I agree.
But by not showing up, all you're doing is admitting to us that it was untoward, that there was something going on between you two.
All right. Nah, not necessarily. That's why we have to have this show. Beat it up in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and become a member. Like the video right now. I ain't saying another word. Nope, I'm gone. Okay, did y'all like it? Nah, seriously. Sometimes you may say, yo, why don't you show up? Sometimes you may say, oh, you a coward, like he is right now. Carlton is saying that. Carlton. But you don't understand. Behind the scenes, guess what happened to him? Mike Vrabel got the double tap. This happened to me before. Hey, Wiley, don't go out there. Wiley, don't say nothing. What? And I was younger, obviously. Can't be older than I am right now. I was younger. People always say that. I was younger then. You can't be older, stupid. Let me say, I was younger then. Now I wouldn't do it the same in any situation. If I'm involved and my reputation has a chance to be damaged, I'm talking. Well, you're going to mess it up. Oh, you think sitting here quietly is not messing it up, stupid? So anyway, but when I was there, they double tap you and they say, don't go out there. You can't. Your boss could say you can't. Your boss will say you shouldn't. And I mean, Jimbo, you think he should go out there and answer them questions? You think they're going to be asking him about that Super Bowl or that AFC championship game? Or you think they're going to be asking him about that girl, Dirty Diana? You know that girl, Dirty Diana. I like that song, Michael Jackson. You like that song? He Dirty Diana. Michael Jackson knew. Oh, Michael Jackson might not be dead, Jimbo. You know what I'm talking about? He predicted this, damn it, Jimbo, about 40 years ago. I love him too, Jimbo. I don't even know what Jimbo's friend name is. He's just there. So anyway, all this is going on. Kraft, if any owner would say, hey, it's 2 owners that would say, nah, dog, don't go out there. Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones has admitted, y'all don't know how many lawsuits I done settled. Jerry Jones he's for the smoke. And Bob Kraft, because he went through it. Right? Bob Kraft was like, nah, ain't nothing coming out of that. Ain't no future in your fronting. Never was, cuz. Ain't no future in your front. One of the best songs ever. Just because I heard it too much in them Suzuki Samurais. Anyway, so shout out, rest in peace, MC Breed. Not shout out, sorry. So in this situation, somebody may have told him upstairs, you can't go outside. No, you on punishment. Internal punishment. They don't know you can't come out. Don't say nothing. All right? So I have to push back on you, Carden, for that one.
Well, it's funny that a guy that's got a reputation of being a tough guy and intimidating and walking into rooms and kind of taking that room over from like a bully standpoint doesn't have the backbone to show up for a press conference today, right?
Says a lot.
Which tells me that you're just a bully and you like to intimidate people with your size, but when given an opportunity to defend yourself, you run away and hide like the coward you are.
Oh, that's so hot take. Oh, I threw up in my mouth. Oh, that was horrible. Be better than that, Carton. Like, you threw out every hyperbolic statement, word. You're a bully, your size. What? If I hear another conversation about how big Mike Vrabel is as a coach, he's a fucking coach. I know Diana Rossini was saying it, but you want to sound like Diana Rossini if you're Carton? She's saying his size for a different reason. I know where that button is now. I'm going to hit it. But damn it, what the hell are you saying? His size. You can tell Carton itty bitty. Itty bitty. I laugh at people when they care about their size because I don't give a damn. Oh, because you big. Well, if I were small, I think I would have the same mindset. No, you wouldn't. Well, it's sad that you do. Who gives a damn how big you are? What does it matter how big somebody is? How many times in your life will their size ever affect you? Go. What, y'all playing pickup basketball? Y'all having a fight every day? Every day he hitting you upside your head? Like, people care about the stuff that you got to deal with on 0.018% of the times in your life. Who gives a damn? Damn it. You know how many days I live? How many days the size matters? That's what she said. What the hell are y'all doing? Golly. Stop telling me how weak you are. Anyway, let me get back on topic because he actually said some good points. He should have did the press conference, I think. But I'm not Bob Kraft and I'm not upstairs and I'm also not knowing exactly what Mike Vrabel really knows. And look, when I did cheat, let me just tell you, it looked a lot like this when you got caught. And when you get caught, it's not always the best evidence. It's just you get careless. Just saying, if this is them getting caught, it's them getting careless. Because, at first, there's a lot of ways you could have did this. Golly, they did this the wrong way. You could go up into a room, check into you could be in the same hotel everybody else at. You got another room, dummy account. We know how it goes. Okay? You go up to that room so you don't have to leave the premises so people ain't be like, where you at? You go up into that room, we ain't got a lot of time, so foreplay happens downstairs at the bar. Everybody talking, that's the foreplay, girl. Upstairs, I'm going to the 11th floor. You going to the 13th floor. I walk up 12. I go in first. You walk down to 12. You go in second. Is there a 13th floor in the elevator? Anyway, that's the simplest way. Okay? Then one of us leave, and then another one 15 minutes later. But what happens is you get comfortable. Your guard goes down. And then when your guard goes down, guess what else relaxes? Your defenses and your senses. You start chilling. You get caught slipping. You start making more gangster moves. I don't need my security detail this time. I'm good. You know how it is? That's what them bosses, them crime. That's like the president saying, okay, Secret Service, ain't nobody been messing with me for a while. Ain't nobody took a shot at me for a while. Ain't no attempts in my life for a while. It's been a few months, few years. We good. You guys take the day off. Okay, take the day off, okay? If your ass, somebody come that, soon as you, man, look, Murphy's Law, as they say, Murphy's Law. So now they doing the receipt check, and here we go. Let's look into this. Here's a receipt check. Now, I just unearthed this video, and it raises serious questions that need to be asked. Did Max Crosby really say this? Oh, what did he say? Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me read the video. See the video first. Let me see the video first. You know it's Diana, Dirty Diana. And then let's see what they say about it. Okay? Let's see. Let's see if this is any.
As for this upcoming offseason, outside just free agency, the thing that I'm going to be watching are these players that perhaps want trades. That's what I want to see.
Okay. Now that I know what I know, and I didn't know all this before, it seemed like that wasn't a stretch, but that was certainly a conspired effort to get to a certain conversation. This is how I'm looking at it now. When this happens in real time without knowing about the resort and all that, you're just like, all right, she's trying to transition. Because they asking her something else, and she said, yeah, oh, that's good. But what I really want to know Why you really want to know? Because I think you really want to say something.
Max Crosby doesn't seem too happy in Las Vegas. Is he gonna ask for one officially and ask out? Is that a guy? I can tell you, I know he wants to play for Mike Vrabel. He's told me before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
AJ Brown in Philly, like.
Okay. Now, if you didn't hear her mumble under her breath, she said, "Yeah, he's told me that before." The he could be of question. Is it he, Max Crosby, or is it he, Mike Vrabel? Hey, I know Max Crosby want to play for me. Or I want Max Crosby to play for me. Go out there and, holler at him, girl. You know what I'm talking about. That's the problem with all this suspicion. So when everyone is saying this is not a story, everyone's saying her credibility and all this stuff, whatever, everyone's saying moral and ethics, I don't care about what you term it. I'm just saying this. Whenever I can review your work, and the only reason I know Diana Rossini is because of her work. Whenever I can review your work and now I got to look at it with an eye of suspicion, an ear of suspicion, that means this did affect your job. This means this does matter to your job. What could they show me? What could they play for me that will make me look at Mike Vrabel as a coach different? Go. Oh, man, now his player's going to be like, man, I don't want to hear that. Them players, look, I'm a former player. If my coach is cheating and then he coaching me, it has nothing to do with him coaching. You know why? Because half of this locker room cheating, if not more than half. If not, who gives a damn? That's a dude, like, whatever. Like, if anything, if he a real coach, he like this. Hey, man, damn. Y'all know what it is. Oh, whew. Everybody like, ha. Said, should have came to me, coach. I know how to do this. 14 years married, never caught. Teams I've been on. Never caught. That's what you get for going outside. Real veterans. Hall of Famers on my teams. So I'm just letting you know. If you're in the locker room, we ain't got to be all, oh my God. Dog, unless you outing us, we ain't outing you, coach. And as a matter of fact, I'll tell you how you can really flip it. If coach is coming in there and he ain't trying to address it, he really ain't trying to go there because it's tough to address stuff now. These cats be having their camera phones on, they audio, they chat GPT recording it. So I understand coach may not get into a big room and tell everybody. If I were the coach, I would, because you get this. This is what you get from your players. You get more out of them. This is how you do it. Hey, man, y'all know I got caught up a little bit. Woo! And everybody like, coach caught slipping. They caught me slipping. They ran that go route on me. No, they didn't run no go route on you. They ran a stop and go. Then I got that fool. Everybody giggling. Even though I know there's pain, we're laughing at our pain. Don't get it twisted. Then as a collective team, guess what they got? They got one on coach. Oh, and we gonna use it. Hey, coach, tomorrow, what time we starting? He said 8 o'clock. 8? Like Junior say I did one time. 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock? Don't we have to go to the resort, y'all, at 8 o'clock, coach? Oh, y'all stupid. I told you, coach. 9 o'clock. All right, yeah. That's how you get it back. Stop running from this. Everyone messes up. So you ain't got to run from that. But if you cover it up, everybody doesn't cover it up. That's the difference.
That's something to watch.
I mean, those two are
oh my
like
God,
this.
we get those two.
But I'm saying though, like, but
they got the money.
Here's what, if you're a Patriots fan, here's what you have to be excited about. You often lose players in free agency because people don't want to live in Boston. They don't want to live up north. Maybe sometimes they don't even want to be part of the last regime for whatever reason. Ridiculous. That's a different conversation. But let's just say that.
Gronk wanted to quit football over that guy.
Exactly. Yeah. We know the stories. But now
Brady went to Tampa.
you guys are back on the map as a place that the players want to be because they're watching, they're seeing it. Social media, as much as we mock it, I think helps the cause here, and they're seeing the way these guys love each other, and it's a family.
DraftKings.
Oh snap! They got a DraftKings. How short is she? Boy, she look hella short in that chair, in that seat right there. Hella short. Okay, so. It's ugly. So they end up having a press conference, and of course they asked them about Mike Vrabel. Let's go.
Elliot, how involved has Mike been in the pre-draft meetings over the course of last week? Very involved. I mean, business as usual. He's been in there. I would say he's been in there with us probably. This round of meetings probably a little bit more than he was last year, just because I know there's the coaching staff. He's probably more comfortable. This is me putting words in his mouth. Probably more comfortable, just where things stand from that standpoint. But he's been in there. He's been contributing. He's watched a ton of the players. I think he tries to watch every player that
That means he doesn't. Don't give me no he tries to watch.
Give each position coach, he watches that whole, they call it the coaches list. And so he has an opinion on these guys, and it's helpful. And because sometimes there's players that the scouts like, me included, and he'll be like, well, this is the reason that maybe this guy's not the best fit for us. And so, we can, again, continue to compile all the information together.
That it? That's all you got to say? What about Vrabel in the resort? Why he ain't out here? Oh, God. What do we say? The cover-up is worse than the crime, and the cover-up doesn't always have to look like, oh, my God, I did something wrong, and here I go covering it. It could be acting like nothing happened. Dog, this is what used to happen to me. Look at my skin. It's really good. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? Very few wrinkles coming, if any. Like right here, maybe, but some of that may be just from my helmet. But look, I may have 1-2 wrinkles coming. I'm 51 years young. Look at me. You better recognize. Here's the thing. Really good skin. Growing up, lucky. My sister had bad acne. I had no acne, except I think every 6 months I would get a bump right here or right here. And when it came, it made up for all the other bumps I didn't have. That sucker was huge. And it was one of those bumps you could pop immediately. Like, it got that, it ain't hard. It's like soft and green and pink. I don't know. And you just get a safety pin, pop it, and shoo. And that little nugget come out, you squeeze it a little and hit the mirror. Oh, no. and that's wrap. I go to school, I got a little bit of a scar, scab looking thing, a little bit of blood. I wipe that off a couple times, I'm good. It makes you self-conscious. You think everybody looking at your bump until you realize they're not. But then the craziest thing is when somebody be like, what's that on your nose? What? What you mean? What? What you fool, you spent 3 hours in the morning, Marcellus, trying to perform surgery on that bump, and then as soon as somebody say something about it, you're like, huh? What you mean? What? Where? Damn, I love sociology. You can tell about everybody. We like robots, dog. Real spit. If you are deep enough, smart enough, and interested and curious enough, you can find out everybody almost the same. Like we are uniquely similar. Right? We're all uniquely similar. Oh, beat up in the comments. Vrabel, come outside, dog. Talk. Don't just act like, and then when you come outside, don't be like, oh, it's a beautiful draft, wasn't it, everybody, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, man, that was a great pick for us, right? Okay, any questions out there? Oh, man, I can't believe we got this defensive end. Reminds me of me, but much better. This is going to be amazing. That's what's going to get us over the hump. Look forward to it. Any questions out there? Yeah. Yes. Jonathan Bayless. My dad, you may know him. Yeah, Jonathan Bayless of The Athletic. Question. We noticed that you've been missing a lot of the engagements leading up to the draft, and now the draft has occurred. You here, and congratulations on your draft picks. At the same time, we want to really go into the allegations. You can run, but you can't hide. Money Boy Trey is number 5. They're into Jedi Knight 4. Patrick Edwards is 3. There you go, baby. K. Baptista. Ooh, okay, big dog. And Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas is number 1. Let's get into it, baby. Blah, blah, blah. So they need to handle that real quick, real spit. All right? Now, let's get, speaking of college and the draft and picking somebody up, let's talk through that real quick. We still got coming up, don't worry, WNBA and all the problems that come from Paige, Bueckers, and Azzi, Fudd being teammates and lovers. High profile, too, because I'm certain it happens somewhere else in WNBA. That's how the game goes. And what that means to parents. Parents, I know too many parents. Now, I don't know if any of them going to go on record, but I know I've heard it with my ears. If my ears were a record. You know how many times I've talked to a parent and they're like, I don't know about that basketball for my daughter. I was like, why? I know the answer, but I'm like, why? Because I ain't going to put it on them. I'm like, why? And they say, they ain't going to turn my daughter out. Okay. All right, so we got to talk about that, and let's get into it. But first, Fernando Mendoza. It's coming up. When's the draft?
Athletic Robert May's football podcast did a really deep dive on Fernando Mendoza, who at this point I think has entered a space where he's undervalued. He talked about how he basically, his ability on out routes, maybe the best he's ever seen at college. They talk about his toughness, that he doesn't play hero ball. He just hangs in, either throws the ball away or takes a shot.
Because Fernando Mendoza is smart. Now, he not just smart. You can tell he thinks. Like, I mean, he nervous as hell. I mean, I have never seen somebody with more anxiety in an interview than Russell Wilson, than him. They in the same school. Look, it's okay. Look, if I could throw the football like that and think on my feet like that and move on my feet like that, shoot, I'll be nervous in the interview too and just speak and talk so fast like he does. It's okay. It's okay, boo-boo. Throw that rock.
He's effective on the move. He goes through a series of numbers, and he notes that Tyler Linderbaum, the second best center in the league, was also acquired. What I find fascinating about Fernando Mendoza is, again, I'm constantly told this new dual threat quarterback coming out of blank university is going to change the game. And they never do.
You're correct. As a whole, dual threat quarterbacks have not had the success as traditional pocket quarterbacks. Part one, go back to class, go back to school, is because traditional pocket passers, there are more of them. And they've been doing it longer. You were told as a quarterback not to run as late as the 90s, right? And late as the 90s. John Elway was told not to run. Steve Young was told chill on the running. That's 80s and 90s. So it's kind of like when you see in this country, when you talk about wealth disparity and why white people have so much money and wealth, well, they had a head start, right? Black people, that's why I trip out when black people get so insecure. I'm like, dog, you just got in the game. You're a sophomore at best. They are super seniors. You'll catch up. Now you got billionaires that are black. And they are not all athletes, not all entertainers. Some of them just smart people like Robert Smith. So relax. It takes time. Why do you think they say it takes time? Because it takes time. So anyway, the mobile quarterback is going to take time for them to figure out the perfect formula of that balancing act between running and throwing it. That's part one. Part two is, as we were talking about yesterday, if you're a running quarterback, you got a good option. And that option, as good as it is, it may help you win the battle, but you're going to lose the war. Because nothing on that field is faster than that football. Nothing. So get it out your hand. But while you're running around, you got it in your hand, oh, there's a bullseye on you, death trap. 11 dudes trying to kill you. 13 if you count the sidelines, because they count too. All right? So that's why. The real reason is not just because they're not good enough. They ain't had enough time, not enough of them, and be real, they still got the rock in their hand. Let it go.
Or this Alabama quarterback is the next Drew Brees, and he never is. Or that this cocky, undersized quarterback has the moxie of a Super Bowl champion, and it never transpires. Like I keep being told, dual threat guy is going to change the league. Or
I keep forgetting things will never be the same again. I tell you what, when the dual threat guy does figure it out, and it will come. Lamar Jackson is a different version of a Cam Newton, which is a different version of a Mike Vick, which is a different version of a Randall Cunningham, which is a different version of a Steve Young. Now we're going the other way. And a different version of John Elway. But those are mobile guys too. But different versions. When someone figures that out, you're going to see a higher ceiling than you've ever seen. And I think it's coming because I look at these high school players. These dudes run track, used to play receiver, and they are just insane. Now, you got to get enough reps in the pocket, forced in the pocket, staying still in the pocket. And that's the tough part because they know they have that good option with them legs.
a real cocky, confident, small guy is going to change the league. Or this Alabama quarterback is Drew Brees, and I don't buy any of them. And yet we've got a 6'5" guy who on a couple of different NFL routes is about as accurate as a college quarterback's ever been. Good arm, obsessed, kind of a Brady, Tom Brady level, obsessed, humility, grateful. I mean, Indiana, my entire life, was just an awful football program.
Awful.
And last year they go 16-0 in maybe the toughest, I mean, of the college football playoffs we've had, it was as tough as any. His red zone numbers don't even make sense. His red zone numbers.
What are you about to say? He went 14 of 13, 98 touchdowns.
In 2024 and 2025, 49 total touchdowns, no turnovers.
What?
The kid completes 75% of his throws. Think about this. In the college football playoff, Ohio State defense, Miami defense, 9 touchdowns, no turnovers.
Damn.
I don't get it. And, a lot of people, I think some of this is, well, Curt Cignetti. Go back a year when Curt Cignetti punted, like the 47-yard line, trailing late in the game against Notre Dame, and we were all going, what a fraud. Give me a break. Why are you playing not to lose big? And then the following year, I'm supposed to believe Curt Cignetti is Nick Saban times Bill Belichick. I think Curt Cignetti is excellent, but if you go back to this team, they could have lost. If Mendoza's not the quarterback, I think they lose to Miami, they lose to Ohio State, they lose to Penn State, the game you're watching, and could have lost to Iowa and Oregon. They probably win those games.
So basically, they suck without Fernando. Well, Colin, the beautiful thing about all that you're saying right now is we're going to find out. Because he's leaving and Cignetti is staying. And Cignetti got paid again. He re-upped the re-up. He was like, if you don't flip them bricks, boy, give me my money, cash money.
So I think Curt Cignetti's an excellent coach. Excellent. I'm not arguing that at all. But just go back a year and change. We were crushing, and appropriately so, Curt Cignetti because he was punting near midfield, losing big to Notre Dame, as if he was protecting sort of, hey, we're going to get beat. We don't want to get embarrassed. He was getting clobbered. So I really don't get it. I mean, versus ranked opponents last year. And
he said he doesn't get why people are not just slobbing all over Mendoza. That's what he doesn't get. He's like, there's pushback against Mendoza. And I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, if there's ever been a can't miss since Peyton Manning, because I was looking at Peyton Manning, I was like, I remember in the moment, Ryan Leaf versus Peyton Manning, I was like, let me see. I was like, ooh, they both can throw, but ooh, Ryan Leaf, that boy's gigantic. That thing look like it going end zone to end zone. Okay, whatever. I say, go Peyton Manning. And it's just because the nerds are the ones who really look like, look, I don't care about all the other stuff. Like, I know it exists and I'm not a fraud. I just really don't care about the other stuff. That guy is going to put in so much more work than everybody else on his team. And let me just tell you, what you put in is what you get out. To give is to get. So if you giving all that to football at that level with all that talent he has, oh, he going to get it back.
Not just ranked opponents. Miami and Ohio State defenses were stellar. Against ranked opponents, 74% completion percentage. In the college football playoff, 75% completion percentage. I think his ball placement, accuracy, toughness, size, arm. People say, well, he's a little mechanical. That's what they said about Peyton Manning and Justin Herbert. That doesn't feel like a legitimate criticism.
Nope. Blah, blah, blah. Look, first of all, everybody's going to always be able to say, well, they say. Think about it. Think about it. Like Jay-Z. It just made me think of Jay-Z. Because Jay-Z, I'm old enough to know before Jay-Z and then Jay-Z. And, Jay-Z comes out with a great classic album. And, first it was like, oh, he bubbling, but then he jazzo. And then he does his thing. And then he's the king of New York, except he can't be because Biggie. But then Biggie goes and, rest in peace. Then it's like Rockaware. And then he got that with Dame. And then Dame is like a star, crazy guy. But you got to respect them. And then Jay-Z. And then finally they split. And then you're like, damn, Jay-Z is still rolling. Then he gets Beyonce. And then it's like, damn, all this money. Live Nation gives him $150 million to start Rock Nation. It's like, what is going on? And you're just watching this guy, all this stuff, right? All this fast forwards to the times where I used to see Jay-Z a lot because we went to the same school. His kids are now older. They're at a different school. But we were at the same school. I would see him a lot and talk to him. And when we talk, you'll be amazed. I mean, you already see it on social media. People talk shit. People got problems and criticisms and issues no matter where you are on the ladder. I told you that whole story because basically, if you think you're going to get an exemption from people talking crazy about you, you're crazy. That's a Wileyism. If you think you're getting an exemption for people for talking crazy about you, you're crazy. They talk crazy about Jay-Z. Not saying that they shouldn't, but I'm just saying whoever you are, you're going to hear it. Once again, what's the Wileyism? There's no stadium where we all cheer. There's no stadium you walking in, you all cheering for me, or you're all booing me. So don't be insecure and don't be cocky. Just be. All right, we're going to get into that WNBA topic now that might take the whole show. You know how we do on this show. We go deep. At the same time, got to give y'all some love, man. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member. Y'all doing that? Y'all liking the video? Y'all been doing good. I can't lie. Some of y'all lazy, though. How fat are you that you can't even just lift your finger, hit 2 prompts and a button and say like? I know you like something. I know you like one of these jokes. God dang it. Love to you guys now, all seriousness. Let me see who my top fans are right now. Money Boy Trey, you done fell off. Look at you. 5. Darren the Jedi Knight. 4. Patrick Edwards. 3. K Baptista. 2. Oh, Mr. Thomas said, I'm here today. I'm here today. An hour and a half, big dog. I'm here for you. Let me give some love to these non-members. Let me go to Gen Pop. See what they talk about out there. Mendoza will always be a cow bear to me, says Nathan 4400. Well, you can always live in the past. He could be a cow bear. He could be his high school team. He could be an Indiana guy. But he about to be a Raider. You better catch up. You better catch up. Now, speaking of catching up, we better catch up with the times. Women playing sports and women dating each other while they play the sport on the same team. What?
The Dallas Wings select Azzi Fudd, University of Connecticut. The Dallas Wings
One more time.
select Azzi Fudd.
Her name is Azzi. I've been calling her Azzi or Azzi. I don't know. First of all, beautiful. Let's go there. Beautiful. Good. And this matters in WNBA. Why? Don't sexualize women. Shut up. I'm going to sexualize men too if I need to. You think Michael Jordan wasn't being sexualized when everybody was saying, damn, look how handsome he looked. Look how good he looked. Look at the clean shaven bald head, always in the suit. What do you think you're talking about? I ain't talking about getting it in. I'm saying look at him. Don't objectify Michael Jordan. Whoa, damn it. You did. See, one thing about me, man, I ain't gonna forget. I ain't gonna forget how y'all act. Don't you dare objectify Big Daddy Kane. Wesley Snipes. Well, Azzi Fudd, Azzi? I gotta hear it again.
University of Connecticut.
Look at that smile. One more time, I gotta get her name right. I hope this is right.
The Dallas Wings select Azzi Fudd.
Okay, AZ, oh, she a rapper. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So now she's in Dallas, okay? And this is how I found out. I saw it like this, and this caught me off guard. Now, remember, my daughter went to UConn and ran track, so I'm going to give y'all some backstory. Ooh, I know too much. Anyway, so just in, Azzi Fudd, rapper, goes #1 overall to the Dallas Wings and will join her girlfriend, Paige. I literally did this. Girlfriend, Paige. All right, Paige Bueckers on the same WNBA team. Then I went back, I said, girlfriend Paige. I was like, then I checked, no lie, I went like this. I said, what is Legion Hoops? Hey, I'm Jacob, featured on ESPN, among others. Follow for the latest news. I was like, damn, he got a lot of followers. He must be legit. Oh, he follows me. Great. I was like, oh, this is legit. Hold on. And we'll join her girlfriend. I was like, who writes that? What is this? No lie. I was like, really? We there? Because I ain't never seen a headline, have y'all, where it's like, first of all, let's do the men version. NFL first round, first overall pick, Fernando Mendoza joins his boyfriend. You would never hear that because dudes, our egos are too big. Even gay, whatever sexuality you are, you just ain't gonna say it. You just ain't, nope. Not gonna write it, not gonna hear it. So let's go to the women. Have you ever seen a headline that said girlfriend? I have not. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe I can't be everywhere. So I was like, oh. And I thought, wow. Then I said, that's gangster. I gave it a round of applause because I was like, that's really gangster for them to write that. Because then it took me back. Now I remember. But I don't remember because, I've been hitting the head a lot. And NFL and CTE is a little weird issue. I don't know what they knew, and they didn't tell me what they knew, and I wouldn't remember it even if I knew it. Y'all catch that? My daughter went to UConn. I remember watching this year. I didn't see any UConn games, because she been gone. And I went to games when she was in school there, obviously, and I watched them on TV, and I saw the tournament, especially the last games. Everybody saw that. You saw the ratings. So I'm watching. I'm like, and I was like, I said, baby, they got a girl on there that's balling, and she beautiful. And she was like, oh, that's she. I don't know if she said Azzi or Azzi. She's like, oh, yeah. And she told me that's Paige's girl. That's all she said. And literally my old fart butt was like, oh, okay, that's cool. She homies with Paige, so she probably getting buckets after the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like they over there working on the game. No wonder she's so good. She Paige's girl. Oh, she Paige's girl. Oh. All right, still ain't nothing of it. But then I let the internet do what the internet does, and then we're going to talk through this.
Still blocking shots and getting rebounds, even
I think this is hilarious because look, they said this is going to be them the first day of practice.
I caught up with Miles Bridges a few minutes ago.
Hey, on this show, we're going to laugh at everything, all our pain. Hi.
These guys. Oh, my goodness. Pure joy right there.
Oh, my God. Okay, so now let's get to it. Let's get through it. This is what it really means because I think there are the deeper implications. And we're going to have the conversation people don't want to have, of course. We're going to have the conversation nobody can have, of course. They are talking about how feminine this class is. And I'm going to tell you the battle between femininity and the sexuality, right? Like actually your sexual preference versus just being feminine, right? Because you can have a sexual preference that actually counters what you're doing in terms of your femininity or masculinity, right? You can, I saw this growing up. First time I ever had any encounters or understanding of the other, like men who also like men, was one of my neighbors. And then it became two of my neighbors. And then it was three of my neighbors. I was like, damn, where I live? Let me stop. How to survive South Central. So one neighbor, he was a teenager, so obviously tough on him. And he used to always wear these shirts that was like, it said flip. And the F is for what you think. And it said live in peace. And he used to wear it. It's a different era, dog. In the 80s, you could wear that shirt. He used to have every color of that shirt, but like, oh, here you go with that flip shirt again. We used to joke him out. We didn't even care about the F. We just laugh about the flip, like the color. Like every day you wear that shirt, different color. And this dude, no lie, man, he had to hide himself. But he was a dude, and he like duded. He overduded it. He had to overdo it to hide that he wasn't with dudes. I remember I was like, dog, okay. So you can go counter of what you really are about, right? Whatever that is. But look at this. Oh, I don't want to hear any of that. I don't want to hear any of that. No. Where the volume? I don't want to hear any of that because one, they try to cut my videos off when I do that. But two, it's a whack ass song. Look at this. Okay. Oh my, first of all, oh Lord. And these people are 19 feet tall. You imagine what, I told y'all the story when I ran into that Russian lady who played for the Russian team, not the U.S. team. They were in town in Vegas, and the Russian team was there too. It was like a tournament. And I was at the bar, and this girl was like 6'8", and she had on heels. I was like, yo, I said, are you 7 feet right now? She said, no, I didn't wear my 6-inch. She couldn't really even talk like that. She's like, no, I didn't wear my 6-inch. I was like, oh, so you like 6'11" right now? She was like, mm-hmm. She's like, and then no lie, during the conversation, we chilling. I'm not really flirting, even though I'm in love. I'm like, I just was like, golly, this is like 2003, I don't know. And I'm like, I was like, God, my eye literally was at her thigh. Like she was just looking down at me like that. And then she put her arm on my shoulder and I just lost it. I said, love. What? Her thigh was her thigh was in my eye and her arm and elbow was on my shoulder and neck and she was just leaning on me talking. And I couldn't understand a word she was saying, but I was in heaven. It was the best time of my life. But the point is, even then I was like, yo, it's mandatory to show femininity in women's sports because parents that do not want their kids to be sexualized because of sports. Doesn't matter where you taking them. I don't want my son to play on teams or play on a sport where all they are known for or what they're trying to do and conspire is to make him hornier and go out there and chase girls. And there are situations and scenarios where you're like, yo, y'all doing too much. This team is, the rewards are, a lot of times Friday Night Lights, the rewards are now you got the cheerleader. And then you get her friend likes you too. And then you guys go somewhere and sneak and get a brew. Like, the cultures. We ain't stupid. I don't want that to happen. I don't want my son to go on a team where they're going to make him more gangster. Hey, the only way you're going to ball here is if you go. Well, you got to put in some work, homie. I've seen that. Stupid. No. I also don't want them to go somewhere where they like, and this is the WNBA's issue. Okay? I want my daughter, my girls, I got 2 little ones still. One definitely going to play basketball. I don't know what level, but she playing basketball. She's gigantic and can move and loves basketball, so she going to play. I don't want her to go somewhere one day and all of a sudden she coming back, Daddy, and she's never asked this before, and all of a sudden, Daddy, girls can like girls, right? Oh, God, we got to have this conversation. Okay, Daddy, at practice, all the girls are like, I'm like, oh, God. And you know why that hurts as a parent to have that conversation? It's just simple. I want legacy. I love that I got one dude named Wiley. His name is Marcellus Vernon Wiley Jr. One day he gonna grow up, grab him a beautiful lady and say, I do. And then I'm gonna meet her. And talk to her deeper than I've ever talked to her. I say, take care of my son because he's gonna take care of you. But the most important thing you guys are going to do is in this union, create life. Yes. You and him. Yes. My daughter gets turned out at practice. I'm just wondering how I'm going to have that conversation. Okay, you and her, go ahead. It ain't what I signed up for, baby, but I love you more than anything. So go ahead. However, where that baby at? Hold on. We're going to find a guy named Steven Surrogate. And then we're going to, who's Steven? Can't lie to you. That's my only, if somebody can solve that for me, go ahead. Other than that, don't turn my daughter out so she can meet Steven for real, not Steven Surrogate. Anyway, that could be dicey to y'all. I don't give a damn. I want my daughter to have a natural born baby from a natural born husband. Because that's the only way I think you can have one, right? If not, if I'm ignorant, beat it up in the comments, let me know. But I do not want her talking about, yeah, me and Kim are great, but then Steve, where's Steve? You cheating already? God dang, you like your daddy. Let me oh my God. I got jokes, but look at these beautiful ladies. And once again, I told you, doesn't matter. You can run counter to whatever, right? We know what we see. Sometimes you see women that mess around with each other, that dress and act like dudes. And then we see some that act like pure ladies. It ain't even about that. But it's about the marketing. It's about the reputation. It's about what parents are ushering their kids into. If you got a little lady and you want her to play basketball, you want to see some other ladies. This is great to see. Goodness. Oh, it gets better. Oh. Because she's taller. She's 19 and a half feet. How tall are these people? What? If I ever have another little one of my mentees or dudes, but man, there ain't no good girls out here. Go to a WNBA game and wait till after they shower. Oh, look how they clean. Look at this. Clean up. Oh, she knows she's fresh. She's like, oh, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I like that belt. What you doing? Okay. Inspect the gadget. I heard she could ball. Is that the one from Baylor? Is it Baylor, Texas? Somewhere in Texas. I saw him play in a tournament. What is that? Is that biker shorts? And she looked like that Monet girl. Monet, whatever her name is. That's like an artist and rapper and everything. She does everything. Oh, that's funny. Who is that? All right, whatever. Wakanda over here. What the hell y'all doing? You go. She's like, Auntie, can I borrow that dress set you had from back? Oh, y'all can't take the jokes, ladies? Well, then y'all ain't gonna get the respect. Y'all ain't gonna take yeah, I know y'all can take these jokes because my sister's the #1 jokester, so I know y'all can take. Oh, she huge. Oh, come back. Oh, damn, they blurred her out. She too big. All right, blah, blah, blah. This is the real. I want to usher my daughter into something. It's sports. I just want them to go there, ball out, come home. I don't need your politics. I don't need your religion. I don't need your sexual conduct. I don't need none of that. I got all that. Me and my babies. And this is what Snoop got in trouble with. Snoop tried to talk about that. He was like, I took my kids to a movie, my grandkids to a movie, and then it was two dudes messing around or something crazy to him. And he was like, the kids was like, yo, we could do that? And then he was like, oh my God. And the reason why it is crazy is because your kids are old. They're 10 and they never got introduced to that. It's crazy because at a young age, you are now forced to make decisions and have conversations that you didn't have to have before. Some people say, that ain't crazy, that's good. At a due time, I don't want I got a 6 and 7 year old. You think I want to have a sex conversation right now? I'm already getting inundated with money conversations. All they talk about is money. I'm like, where you got all this money talk from? Oh, school. All they talk about is money. Daddy, how much money we got? I'm like, why? You ain't got nothing, broke ass. So it's real out here. It's real out here. Okay. So, y'all don't think influence matters? Y'all don't think it matters? Don't look at Paige. Don't look at Paige. Look at everybody else when they about to draft Azzi. Y'all think I'm just talking, huh? Y'all think I'm just talking. I'm a sociologist, for real. Just watch everybody. I just put you down and y'all can watch this. Look at everybody. What they looking at? Screen. Look, Paige. Look, Paige. Look, Paige. Look. And look, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know the ages of these collective ladies, but it looks like it's getting younger. You know, maybe teammates. They look like itty bitties almost. And we know how women connect. Women have a connectivity that's strong. Look way down here. Okay? And this is the best player on the team, maybe one of the best, if not the best player in the league outside of, Asia. But she coming. The influences. So that's why. Look, my son plays AAU basketball. And it is time consuming. It's a practice. It's a practice. It's a pod. It's a practice. It's a pod. It's a day off. It's games. And then them kids are around each other more off the court than on the court. What y'all talking about? Y'all trying to make each other gangster? Y'all trying to make each other tougher? Y'all trying to make each other turn out, turn in? What y'all doing? That's the point. So I think the WNBA won't officially address this because you can't. There's no delicate balance on this. At the same time, they know that they're hurting their product by not talking through this because there are parents, and I know one parent who's a famous person who has an insanely gifted daughter who plays other sports than basketball. And I was like, why not basketball? Because basketball now got this higher ceiling. Playing volleyball, playing softball, playing all these other sports. I said, why not basketball? And I remember this was like 2 months ago. And they said, frankly, they said, man, I don't want that to happen to my daughter. I don't want them doing that to my daughter. Interesting. Right? Real spit. Real spit. Okay, y'all beat up in the comments. Let's talk through it. We got to talk about the sports podcast. They are hitting new numbers. New numbers. Next level. We're going to talk about this and how it can influence you, affect you. For real. Get your money up. Real spit. Y'all got to take a shot every time I say real spit, too. All right, number 5 is Randy Marsh. Yes, he's up. Money Boy Trays. Number 4, Francisco Aguilera got up in there. 3, JCT Slice 2. Patrick Edwards is number 1. I love y'all for this, man. Appreciate you. What Patrick Edwards talking about? He said, if you haven't had that talk by middle school, your kids are in for it. Damn, middle school? Okay. I mean, look, it changes. My daughter before, she was 27. So she was born in 1999. It wasn't this conversation like that, but I get it. You got to have it. You got to have it. All right, let's talk about what's going on. These sports podcasts, everything. It's a different world out there. Let's talk about it.
It hasn't even started, and it's not just Gen Z. Leave a comment if you're a millennial, Gen Alpha, a fucking boomer, and Gen X. You know how we do it if you love the sports content. But this is every genre. Every genre of content is still in its early stage of decentralization. every single person out there has the opportunity to pontificate their opinions. And if, God forbid, they actually have a little bit of knowledge and can speak on it too, well, now they're cooking. And whether it's sports or it's some other subject matter, sci-fi, Hollywood, parenting, mindset, science, all that fucking moon shit that's going down. Oh, and back in 2009 when Crusher came out, I wrote it in the 18 years ago. I said this, next slide over. And it hasn't even started.
What'd you say? I ain't reading that. Nope. Gary V, shout out to Gary V. What he's trying to say is, look, we are just in the beginning of this podcast and independent media, all this stuff. People acting like they got fatigue, like, oh, everybody has a podcast. No, everybody doesn't, and more are coming. And instead of you saying, oh, everybody got a microwave, oh, everybody got a new CD player, remember those days? Get one. Now, the thing about getting it early is obviously it's going to be a little more expensive. It's going to be a little more taxing. Whatever the experience is going to be more than what the efficiency model is going to lend itself to as it goes forward. It's going to get cheaper. It's going to get easier. But then at that time, you're going to have saturation as well. Or you're going to be behind the A-ball. So if you really, I'm not lying to all y'all. If you really want to say something, go down to Radio Shack and get your ass a podcast kit and go. You'll be amazed. You'll be surprised at how it can go. And the number one word, as corny as it sounds, and I heard it when I got into it, and it's real. Consistency. Pick a schedule and just do it. Don't even care if you got nothing to talk about. You always have something to talk about. Now, the sports world or whatever genre you're choosing may not always have something to talk about. But for real, you got something to talk about. Go into your life, stories. I always talk about stories. The athletes, the scoop, the breaking news is the condiments to me inserting what I've been through, what you've been through, what we have in common through that experience. Then you can get somewhere with it. It's real spit. Real spit. I love it too much. Want you guys to all get what you got out of it. All right, we got some basketball to talk about, but first we got to get into Stephen A. Smith. He's talking about LeBron James, and he's sick and tired of LeBron James getting it in and all these dudes around him. Ooh, I'm supposed to do that topic. I got to do that topic, don't I? I can do that topic real quick. First, let me give y'all some love. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and become a member. Real spit. All right, last topic right here. Stephen A. Smith talking about LeBron James in a good way. It feels like, correct? Let go.
And let me tell you something people should be embarrassed about. I'm sick and tired of watching this man at age 41 now, in his 23rd year in the season. How the hell he healthy and Luka Doncic and A.R. Reeves and Austin Reeves ain't healthy?
I'm sick and tired being sick and tired. Hey, man, because the Wileyism's real. You get what you give. And LeBron gives himself in terms of how he takes care of his body, in terms of prioritizing it, in terms of process. He gives more to the game and more to his body than anybody else. That's why he gets these results. The body keeps the score. And his body is saying, dog, you've been winning. You've been doing the right things. It's just that simple. And all of us who have been injury, prone, or, oh my God, you're in and out the lineup all the times, and now you're young, you're 27 years old, Austin Reeves, you're 27 years old, if you're Luka Doncic, and your butts are hurt. You know why? In part, different decisions. LeBron makes the best.
I mean, when does the shame kick in?
Shame.
And I'm just using them as an example to all these NBA players out here. If the man is known as spending $1.5 million on his body to keep healthy, right? Why the hell ain't you doing it? You making enough money if you're the average NBA player. League average salary is over $10 million a year. Quite a few of y'all are getting paid $40, $50 million a year. How come you can't take care of your body the way LeBron James takes care of his body?
Okay, now, at the same time, I don't care how much money you give, you can't pay off God. You can't pay off the universe. You can't pay off fate. Some people are just going to get hurt. Everybody's going to get hurt. LeBron's been hurt before. But we understand LeBron, man, talking about a machine out there versus man. But you can't guarantee it, but you can play with the percentages. And that's just as simple as that. So guys need to invest more into it because they need to get more out of it. You could say all the load management you want. NBA could come in with all these rules and 65 games and all these incentives, whatever you want to do. But if you are not investing it, you know the times when you're at the crib, you know you shouldn't be eating that. That bag of Cheetos didn't open itself. You know what I'm saying? That couch didn't say sit on me. Come on, man. It's real.
I mean, damn. Where's your pride? Where's your dignity? I'm just wondering about that.
It's more than pride and dignity. You can insert yourself, you can project yourself, you could be all these things. You could be LeBron 2.0. Luka tried that this year. He said, LeBron really helped me with my fitness and my mindset and all this, and still got hurt. Because the body like, nah, it's all different. I mean, the style of play is completely different now. The stress on your body, we're all built different. It's a lot of things at play. But one card we shouldn't play is like they don't care. Some do care, and still, Steph Curry ankles couldn't stay together for 4 years. Finally, he fixed them. It's real.
That's how I feel about it. I'm just saying. Doesn't anybody find that a tad bit odd that we sit here today
A little bit.
and the Lakers got 2 injured stars on their team, and neither of them are LeBron James?
And they're 27. That's crazy.
Luka's in his 20s.
27, yeah.
If I remember correctly, so is Austin Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is 41. They injured, he healthy.
That is embarrassing. Just like, I don't know, as a training staff, as a headline, just like, oh, you mean we're not going to do anything in this playoffs because 2 guys are hurting? And somebody's like, oh, LeBron and who? They're like, no, LeBron's healthy. The other 2 guys are the youngsters. What?
How? How?
Embarrassing.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either, big dog, but boy, I do get it. Let me give y'all some real dope because I was an injury-prone player. Like, I stayed injured. When I got my chances to start, when I got my chances to be at my peak powers, I always did them compromised, right? First year starting, had a back surgery. Second year starting, had a foot surgery. Third year starting, had abdominal wall surgery. Fourth year starting, I had a shoulder surgery. Kind of robbed my prime. I get it. That's how the game goes for certain people. Like, certain injuries, it's not even about, did you try? Are you training? Are you working out? Are you eating right? No, not doing all that. I've seen guys with 6-packs over there talking about, oh, my quad. Yeah, I know. Because, look, if you think about it, your body is nothing but balances and compensations. So the balances are, when you're healthy, everything is in balance. Doesn't mean everything's 50-50. If you've ever been in a relationship, you understand that. There's no relationship called 50-50. Sometimes it's 100 and 0. That's balance, right? So we understand your body's always doing that. But then when something's off, out of alignment, etc., it's compensation. Like, now I'm about to take from you to do this. I need you major muscle because the minor muscles are shutting down. It's so complex that if you aren't giving your all and investment to it, you stand no chance. But even if you are, you still don't have a guaranteed chance. You get it? Same analogy I give it to you as I leave with this. In Buffalo, our special teams coach told us, look, I can't guarantee you guys if you go out there and give me 100% effort, you will ever block a kick. I can't guarantee you. Give 100%, but I can't guarantee you ever block a kick. But I can guarantee you, if you don't give 100%, oh, you'll never block one. That's what he told us. It's kind of the same principle here. You got to give it your all and still just hope. And I think at the end of that rope is that hope. And some guys win, some guys don't. Be up in the comments, man. Y'all think it's crazy, embarrassing, weird? What is it? LeBron. Oh, God, I know. I shouldn't ask this question. I know where y'all going to take it. Don't take it there. Y'all ain't got no proof. Let's keep it clean here. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, my God. All right, y'all. Y'all wild out there. People out there wild. I know where they're going to take it. Don't take it there. What Wileyism did I just say? Oh, the 100% effort one? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a dope one, too. All right. Well, now it's time to say goodbye to all my podcast friends. Remember that? Now it's time to say goodbye to all my podcast friends. Oh, man, I had a good day today. Came in energetic off that Shazam. Let me tell you who I am, the EICKSERMIN. Oh, now we got to get out of here last but not least. what will we do? Hey, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll be your coffee. It's easy. Let's go.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole.